I know I'm gonna get some hell for this one right here, but I really don't give a fuck. But basically, all right. So I wrote some couple things down because I really wanted to touch on this. So I'm gonna start for the guys real quick. So if you're a good guy and let's say you haven't had, you know, I guess if you haven't slept with over like 10, 20, let's say 20 girls. If you haven't slept over 20 girls, then this is also for you. For girls who have higher, and it's not even just about sex, because for me, I have had a lot of partners, but the frequency of sex that I've had hasn't been that high. Now I'm, let's just say I'm good, right? But before, I slept before my relationships. I've slept with a lot of women, but the frequency wasn't as high, and I would get with women who necessarily didn't haven't been with that many men, but the frequency of the amount of times that they've had sex was high. Right. So let's say they've been with 6 or 7 guys. Let's say I've been with 40 girls or some shit like that, right? So this girl, however, may have had sex over 1,000 times. Whereas me, with the 40 girls that I've slept with, because I have a number of girls that I may have only slept with, let's say no more than like 2 or 3 times. It's ridiculous. We could do the math right there off the bat. That'd be about 60 times I've had sex with 30 girls. Now I still got 10, which I can't count how many times I've had sex with these 10, and that's still even being very generous in what I'm saying. It's a lot less than that. I've only had sex with a couple girls more than 4 or 5 times, right? So if you're a man that isn't as versed or hasn't had much experience with other women or even had that much amount of sex, and you're with a girl who, let's say you did capture her, you know what I'm saying? Let's say she is interested in you and stuff. You need to gauge how much emotion you put into her, because she is more than likely going to be she's not going to be available emotionally later on. It's just not going to end well. It's really not, because you're not taking into consideration your insecurities. Things are going to happen. Things are going to set up, because the initial way that you guys start to talk and start to really like get to know each other, it's not going to cover the long-term effects of how, like, when things start to rise up. It's always super important to consider a woman's sexual background. Do your research. Listen to how many people she has slept with. I'm not saying that, as a girl you shouldn't be sleeping around and shit like that. I'm saying for the men, right? For the men, I suffered from that. I was a guy in high school who had lots of women. Lots of women, really, it was ridiculous. But I wanted to save myself. I did. I wanted to save myself for the right kind of girl. And as, time progressed, I was approached with an opportunity in 8th grade to have sex. And then on, it was crazy. So, here I am, 17, 18. People starting to think I'm gay. Some people are starting to think that I just don't like girls. Some people starting to think I'm lame. And it was nothing like that. But I realized that really kind of made an adverse effect. Men and women, we are on different pathways of evolution and stuff. Women have sex thrown at them. They walk outside the door, dicks thrown at them and shit. Sex is immediately just a phone call. Hey, who wants to have sex? They gonna have some guys are gonna stop what they doing. Mailman gonna stop, like, I mean, me? You still, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, for guys, it's not necessarily about, when you have the opportunity, take it. I think when you're inexperienced, you should be selective with it. You should be selective, but you should also take it. If a woman is offering the opportunity, obviously depending on how she looks and how, it feels and stuff, and given her personality, she's just gonna blabber her mouth and shit like that. I think you should take it. You really should take it, but you need to limit how much emotional investment you put into it, and you need to not lie. Don't have her out here thinking that you're trying to start a relationship with this girl, because more often than not, you get into a relationship with her. There's a girl who's had a lot of damn sex, who has 3 kids, and she's 24, 22, 23, some shit like that. It's not gonna end well. Your emotions gonna get invested in the kids. You're gonna put a lot of time in this girl. She's entertaining a whole bunch of other girls or other guys. Why? Because of survival. You're not gonna do it. You're not a fucking, like, what, R. Kelly. You're not, I mean, not R. Kelly. That was a terrible example. You're not some rich guy, with 100 $200,000, $300,000. But y'all saw what happened with Black China and Rob Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this shit happens. These women who are out there put those bodies out there to a lot of men just aren't going to be as emotionally available. It's not going to be good for you as a man who does care. You know, now let's say you don't care. You a guy that doesn't care. Shit, do what you want to do. I know for me, anyways, it's about the quality of girls that I sleep with. After you get the quantity up, you have the experience as a man. It's about kind of getting that experience with being with girls. Get that experience. It's so important, so fucking important. But girls who have a high body count, it's just, you know, it's whatever, you know. Now, for girls with a high body count, it's like, oh, these guys are just intimidated for me because I'm just, you know, I want to live my life. They're just so insecure, and it's really not about that. What it is it's like when we're talking, you're not gonna give us the full fucking details of your past relationships. Who fucking really does? However, the people that do that know the benefits of it. I'm giving you the advantage. I'm respecting you enough to give you a fuller picture of the person that's in front of you that you're really dealing with. It's so important. Women think a lot of, and I say a lot of times women, but a lot of men do this shit too. You guys want to save face the details and shit because you want to make yourself look cleaner and make yourself look better than what you really are. Your past actions really kind of define the person that you are. It doesn't put you in a fucking pigeonhole, a straight edged label of who you are, but it does tell people about you. You know what I'm saying? So don't hide those details. Women don't usually give us those damn details. They're not gonna say you that she used to sleep around in the fucking school, that she did threesomes when she was 16 with several guys, that she was passed around the party. You're not gonna know this shit. It's just gonna pop up sometimes, and she may not ever tell you, but it gets integrated into the emotions. And these girls want to say, oh, there are no good men out here. Oh, these guys don't like me. They're just so trash. They just don't. It's because we know. Even a fucking guy who's goofy, who's game goofy, can feel it in his core that there's something a little off. I can't really put it in my beta mind details and my beta words. I can't say it, but it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? They know this shit, you know? And even do it for yourself as a girl. It's like you know the boredom and the unattraction is gonna rise once that facade and that mask falls. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you were saving yourself a lot more time, and you're saving yourself an opportunity to. You know, you're giving yourself more of an opportunity to find someone that's gonna accept you for who you are and what you have. You know, for women who do have the highest body counts and can't find men to stick around, who only want to have sex, I don't blame them. You shouldn't blame them either. Why would they? Why would they put all their money in a woman that's loose like that? For a woman that has a high body count, the solution is, I think, to make yourself as attractive as possible. Do that. But also work on your character, work on your mind, read nonfiction books, learn a skill. I say nonfiction books because women are always reading these dating 48 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades of Grey, whatever, some shit like that. You know, it's like, these books are cool and all, but it's for entertainment. It's like watching fucking Atlanta Housewives or some shit. For God's sake, work out. You know, get your body right. You know, like, you don't want to be later on and after your 20s, you don't want to be lonely and just like, you know, fuck the shapers, you know, you putting up in your belly to hide that shit. It's gonna come out, and then even if a guy does want to have sex with you, he's gonna have sex with you a couple times and he's gonna dip out because it's fake. Same with the wigs. Leave it, lose it, please, dear God. Like, God, it's God, this is gonna be another video. We don't like wigs. I don't like wigs. Some guys don't matter just because they just trying to hit and shit. But to me, it indicates a person. You don't accept you for what you have. So you want to mask it with all this makeup and the fucking wigs. Use your fucking natural hair. That is so much more like it's attractive at a core. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't like your hair, do style them the way that you do like it. That's natural. Lose the fucking wigs. You know? What else we got on here? Fucking, what I say? Watch the mood swings and shit like that. You know, just work out. You know, like a lot of stuff like that. I know you're not gonna like that, but it's really good. Guys, once again, you don't have the experience, but a girl who does have had a lot of experience and she's giving you an opportunity to hit, fucking hit. Just don't invest yourself and don't expect much from her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy for a guy who isn't used to having a lot of girls around or even attracting a lot of girls. It's easy for him to get emotionally involved. Don't save yourself the trouble. Don't do that. Just hit. You know what I'm saying? For the guys who already have a lot of girls, shit, it's just another lap around the track, you know what I'm saying? Or it's another notch under the belt, you know? But it is a lot more easier for a guy who has a lot more experience out there to kind of submit, to make a woman who has high experience to submit. She'll respect that guy a little bit more than she does the man that doesn't have it. And it's all subjective. You think about it how you want to, but remember, you came on my motherfucking channel. You didn't have to watch this shit. So